take that from him. But he did show me the ropes, so it's crazy being here. It's kind of a full circle moment. And I just want to come show up for Pooh because he actually played in my hometown. He's a great base for the city of Portland, represented the Pilots. I used to go watch him play at the, what was that? The Child Center, yep. And always a fan of his, played against him in FIBA competition. You know, all of a sudden he became Ukrainian out of nowhere, getting buckets. And what I would tell, I sat in the same seat that y'all did at your age, and I was very quiet, I was introverted, I didn't say anything. Like basketball though, it gave me an identity, it gave me a source of something to express myself, whether it was being competitive or showing out my game, just having fun. But what I enjoy most about hoop is it's such a unique sport, so different than anything else because you can work on it by yourself. You go out in the driveway, the park, you get shots up, rebound for yourself, or you can call up a few of your friends. You can play twos, you can play threes, you can play fives. But what I would tell y'all is nobody is self-made. That's a lie. Everyone who says like, I did it myself, I grinded my way to the top, that's a lie. You gotta have a strong support system, whether it be your best friend, your girlfriend, boyfriend, your parents. You need people that are gonna bring the best out of you. And you wanna lean on those people because I just was in love with the game ever since I was this tall. You know, growing up in Southern California, we loved to be a Kobe, be a Shaq, Eddie Jones. So I got to emulate what they did. And that's all it really was. And it's just, you have that love and passion for the game, and it's going to take you anywhere you want. And what I would also tell y'all is that I still struggle with is comparing. Because comparison is the true thief of joy, I promise you. You're going to compare yourself to, oh, this person got this, they're going to this school, they did this well in the game. Try not to do that. I still do that. I still be like, he's not better than me. He's getting this contract, or it's just human nature, but everyone's got a different life path, I promise you. And the beautiful part about hoop is it teaches you life skills that you can translate to anything you do, especially being a good teammate, staying positive, showing great body language when it's not going your way. Whether you're 10 for 15 from 3 or 0 for 10, you want to still act like I'm the baddest dude out here and the next shot's going on him.
The baddest is
crazy. Shake me off my center. So I would just preach to y'all just to always show good character, always be a good teammate, and always stay positive 100% of the time because I swear energy, that stuff's transferable. And when your teammates see you like that, it's contagious. You know, I had to work on that for a long time because I would shoot the ball up. Oh my goodness, I would like cower, I would like have a bad day, I would take that home. But that's just competitive nature. And I'm here for y'all. We get shots up, play ones, whatever you want. I gotta get loose first off, 34 now, so I gotta give me like 15 minutes to get a stretch. But we get shots up, play big, I'm here for y'all. So it's an honor to be here being around these two guys because I grew up obviously watching both ends and Darrell being on that and Pooh just being a local legend, especially all the way in Portland. It's an honor. So if there are any questions y'all have, I'm here for you.
Hey, remember that one thing?
We talk about hometown favorites, this is what we do. We look out for our community.
Hardly missed to put it on because I like to put it on.
It's great to see Noir here. Hey Noir, before Klay, you have a question for Klay?
Question? Yeah, statement, I think.
There we go. Talk to him.
It's crazy, we were just talking about you the other day. Klay actually ended my high school career. We played in the playoffs. And I think we had this conversation the other day. I wish we had more footage of it, you know what I mean? Yeah, I remember playing Klay in the playoffs and Compton and I played in the playoffs.
He was by himself out there.
Yeah, I was, but it was one of my favorite moments because it always comes full circle every time I see him. You know, us being the same high school class, playing against each other in college, and you know, still being in the league, playing against each other to this day. You know, when I see guys like Klay success and you know everything he accomplished, you know, it makes me feel good, everything that I put into the game, because, you know, we started as kids, you know. Our parents was, my dad was dad, when we was younger than y'all, you know, so for me to be going in my 16th year, which is 14, we've been doing it for a long, long time, so every time I see Klay, man, we had an opportunity to win, you know, Olympics together. FIBA, you know, we had some time together, we able to share this moment, and we come from here, and that's why it's always big whenever people need me for anything. Come talk to y'all, it'll go a long way, because trust me, man, playing basketball will take you a long way, man. To this day, it's still, you know, it's still tripping me out how far basketball took me. You know, I remember being young, right, and Julie. Remember that? I was like 15, 16 years old, and he was the man. You know, I was excited just to be out there playing with him, and, you know, so every time I see these guys, they mean so much to me. Just the knowledge, every time they speak, every time we cross each other's paths, it's a lot of stuff that I hold on to, so I'll take everything Klay say, everything everybody in here say, you know, it definitely want to take it a long way.
Now, while we have DeMar here, you know, DeMar is very big in, first of all, representing the city, both of them are, but in mental health, or should I say mental wellness?
Yes.
Yeah, you feel me? So, I definitely want DeMar, if y'all know, he has a book, you feel me? So, hopefully, everybody can get a copy of the book. Okay. But I just want you to, you know, to speak about this. You know, this is very big right now. It's always been big, but of course it's, you know, it's highlighted, you know, to the top. But I just want you to take the time, you know, definitely to speak about it. All right.
I think for me, like growing up in Compton, you know, I went through a lot of things that, you know, I kind of swept under the rug that I didn't realize I was putting myself through, you know, mentally, emotionally. You know, I always had one goal that was just to try to make it out. But in the process of me pushing myself to try to make it out, I was putting myself in a state of mind that, you know, of course, people feel like I was suffering. I always had built up aggression. I was always frustrated at, you know, things that, you know, I couldn't pinpoint why. And, you know, it took for me to be 25, 26, 27 years old to realize these emotions. You know, I think if I had the knowledge, being young, being your age, understanding the emotion that I may go through that I can't figure out or I don't understand how to talk about it, you know, and I hold so much in. Because when I was your age, there was a lot of stuff that happened that I just held in. I didn't want to talk about it. I swept it under the rug, I act like it didn't happen, and, you know, years later, time later, it affected you in different ways that, you know, you got to figure out. So me just trying to bring the knowledge to, you know, the mental health space is big to me, you know, because it goes a long way. You know, I heard Klay talk about nutrition, having a chef, eating right, taking care of your body. You got to do the same thing with your mind, you know, because, you know, this game definitely will test you. You know, it definitely will put you on an emotional roller coaster. If you're not mentally, you know, ready for it, it can kind of spin you out of control. You know, so it's one thing I definitely want to speak on my experience, everything I grew up with, things I went through in college, things I went through to this day. You know, I just try to put it on the front line because we all got a story to share. You know, I want everybody to feel confident and empowered to tell their story because the strength in everybody's story.
Amazing to see, you know, who you guys are in your career. You've been, you know, rookie, not saying nothing. But, you know, you guys let these young athletes understand how hard it is to have longevity. I played 16 years total. You guys are still doing the food, the mindset, all that stuff. It's so super important. But how do you stay? How do you stick? How do you have that longevity?
It's discipline. You know, everybody talks about, you know, you want to be good, you want to be this, you want to be that, but everybody has discipline to go through the ups, the downs, the bad, the good every single day. You know, you may not see it today being in the gym, just this weekend. You know, it's every single day. It's a life that you gotta live consistent because you don't take care of yourself, your body, your game, your mental, everything top to bottom. You know, you won't last long. You know, you look at a guy like Klay, one of the, in my opinion, top two greatest shooters of all time. You know, he went down with 2 major injuries, and the discipline he had just to get back to himself and get back there on the court. Everybody wouldn't have that drive, but everybody would look at it like, I accomplished this, I had this, but it's a lot of discipline and drive that comes with that. You know, and you know, me being young, all these guys used to drive me. The older guys that I used to look up to because, you know, I wanted to make it out. I wanted to be able to put on an NBA jersey. And not just that, I wanted to be more than just an NBA player. I wanted to be more than just a one-time All-Star. I wanted to be more than just a guy who stuck around for 6-7 years, you know. So I dedicated everything I had to the game, you know, top to bottom. You know, sometimes we gotta sacrifice, you know, friendships, sometimes family, sometimes the fun, sometimes going out, hanging out with friends. It's a daily thing. There's been times, you know, I remember one New Year's, you know, I had friends that wanted to go out, and instead of me going out, I went to the gym that same night, you know, and that's what it takes. You know, you really gotta be disciplined.
I'm Solomon Clayton. I'm going to Notre Dame High School this year.
Where you from?
I'm from Georgia.
Hey.
Yeah. And my question is, in high school, what would you have done differently? Like weightlifting, like what do you think you would have done differently?
That's a great question. I wish I was a very shy person in high school. I was very introverted. I didn't say much. Man, I enjoyed my high school experience so much. You know, it's funny, I still have regrets for not being able to beat Dominguez in modern day. It's funny because, like, no matter how much I win, I still can't get over that.
Yeah.
Never beat him. Still hurts. But I wish I would have been a little more vocal. I wish I would have been a better leader to my teammates. I was really shy, and my coach always tried to get it out of me. I mean, I'm sure Darrell knew I didn't say a word my rookie year. It took me a lot to grow into myself. But I wish I would have used my voice more. And it can be uncomfortable at times, but that's what building a team is all about. You got to have those uncomfortable conversations. You got to push your teammates. And I know if you're at Pooh's camp, I know you got games. So when you do go back to your school, just try and lead as much as possible, whether it's by example or through your voice. I wish I did a better job of that instead of just like kind of being in my own world.
Yeah.
And I'm learning now, but yeah, that's what I would say my regret is. And not beating those two teams, man. I could have never beaten that. Jordan Hamilton, damn it. That's life.
All right.
All right, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Sir.
That's Clay. That's Clay.
Don't matter. You always, it's absolutely believe in yourself because you practice so much to become a team. And y'all are too young to get there, 10,000 hours. Just keep at it. Try to get one step better every day. When game time comes.
Nah, I'm still in that. I'm still in that question. A little bit too good of a question.
Always when it comes to that time.
Huh?
It's like second nature, so that's what I'll tell you. Just anytime you're out by yourself, with teammates, I mean, you want to always go to speed. Because when it gets to the game, you slow down and you rely on what you practice.
Alright, so with you being one of the best shooters growing up, pregame, like what is your warm-up routine? Like how do you get one of the shooter every game?
It's a good question, guy. It's funny you asked that because I'll never forget this moment. It's actually teammates with Darrell right at the time. It's my rookie year. And you know, you think warm up like, you know, I can go that hard, this and that. We were playing the Celtics, and I see Kevin Garnett. He's in a full sweat, like drenched, just looking crazy. I'm like, still got 20 minutes on the clock. So you want to like 10, 15 minutes on the clock, you want to start going full speed, sprinting your shots, throw a couple dunks down, because once that tip-off starts, you're ready to go. You don't want to have to get loose. And for me, especially being a shooter, you got to remember it all comes from your legs, especially when you get out past 30 feet. It's all from your toes all the way through your follow-through. And you want to get that knee bend activated. You want to get your knees going. And y'all young, so you don't have to do as much maintenance on yourselves. But you just want to put your feet move right, get your feet moving, get your sweat on, and then by game time, it's just like, here we go. Every shot I take is serious, I'm not trying to do this one movement. And so yeah, get back before you get out there. saw Kevin Garnett's with it. After seeing that my rookie year, I was like, man, what great is that? That's one day. I got to try to get it.
Questions? Questions? Okay, come on. Let me get to y'all.
My name is Austin Miller. I'm 13 years old, class of 2029. I'm transferring into aviation. My question for you would be, how are you going to fit into the Dallas Mavericks lineup with Luka, Kyrie, and Derek Lively?
Great question. First off, you think it's all good. It's all right. Right here. Keep moving on the guard skills, though. But, be playing with Luka and Kyrie, that's what was attractive, is seeing how, especially watching that championship series, how he took the shots and generated for teammates. And at this point in my career, might not be running fast, I don't want to get jumping high, but I can still knock out the shots. And I can be that missing piece with them, where you can't hard Kyrie, you can't send him in the game, so you got to worry about the backside and wide the puts. And then with their Lively, that's also super attractive. And Gafford, they're so good at catching balls, finishing the rim. And when you see big neck on waist uniform, the defense either has to jump out, they can't give you a route for free. So that'll create a mismatch for the big man. I hope I can get there and get a lot of points. I'm excited for the question. I think we have a chance to do something special in the championship.
We just started playing basketball, so yeah, so it's a big one.
As a high schooler, how many shots would you get? Like how many form shots, how many 3-point shots, 15 footers? What would you do? Normally?
Lucky enough to live by the park. My brothers here, we could go down there and rebound from each other. Some days, we play just pure one-on-one. Some days, I go crazy. Maybe 200 shots. Start close to the rim, run and finish it. We throw it with the one throw. It's fun to see the good going on. The coach will always discourage that don't shoot on one leg. It's a great shot. But that's the beauty of the game. You can practice. It's such a creative game. Basketball is beautiful. You can work on it. You can focus on one thing you do love that day. I'm just going to work on my jack mid-range. I'm just going to work on my crossovers that catch day. I'm just going to get a catch and shoot. So try and do something new every day and build a routine and be able to shoot from anywhere on the floor. But yeah, you don't have to go crazy, man. If you go hard and you try to make 200 shots and you feel like you got the most out of yourself, that's it. There's no formula like, oh, I gotta make 1,000 shots, I gotta do this. No, it's just exhaust yourself that day. You know what that feels like. When you do that every day for a few months before the season starts, well, you're gonna see so much improvement. So, of course. I'm trying to find somewhere here. Find friends who got that passion along with you, like, go get shots in. That's really important.
Hi, I'm Kimia. I go to Nottingham High School. What's one lesson that the NBA has taught you all throughout the years?
What's one lesson? That's a good question. Oh my gosh. The NBA has taught me that basketball can bring you all over the world. And if you have a passion for it and you want to experience different cultures, that's the beauty of it. You can play overseas and you can learn things that you've never had a chance to learn in school, whether it's experiencing a new culture, learning a language, seeing the world. That's the best part to me, is being able to go really see what the rest of the world is like. And I'm sure you aspire to play pro just like everybody else. And it builds so much character to go overseas. And as well, you go to a whole different new place, they do things differently. But that's like an education that a lot of your friends who don't play sports will never have a chance to have, because it's such a special opportunity. And I'll say the NBA has taught me man, you gotta be able to manage your time, you gotta stay disciplined. Because unlike being a rapper or a rock star, you can be out all night, do your thing. When you play basketball, you play a sport, you gotta eat right, you gotta seed right. You gotta really manage your time and make really big sacrifices if you want to win. And, people get by on being able to do those other things, but if you really want to get the most out of yourself, you gotta really make a lot of sacrifices as far as like being out all night. There's a time and place for that when you do win the championship, but until then you gotta really lock in. That's what NBA's taught me. Like, you sacrifice this amount of time to have this much fun because it's so worth it what you do to accomplish your goals. Of course. So I think I can handle the ball, I think I got nines, I think I can play. I did in high school, but when I teamed up with Steph and Draymond, the rest of the guys, we all got pretty much strength. And if you want to win the highest level, you have to make sacrifices. Like, I'm not going to be my best. I'm not going to ball the most Draymond and blocks. I'm not my best. I'm running around, cutting, back cutting, taking defense with me. Trying to get somebody one shot. I figured that out quickly. Again, I was looking at Steph. I'm going to work off the ball. Steph will do his thing. Not the goal. Draymond's going to also facilitate. Ball kick. I'm not doing my hands much, but we're going to win some games. We're going to have a chance to win championships. And the aggregates the point. I might not be first team or MVP, but at the same time, you win, you come up with the seed. Like, that's a price to see. For me, I figured out most out of myself, like I said, like, I'm not going to break it down what I want the most, but I'm going to get a teammate over, I'm going to use my teammates to get different shots. And figure that out quick that I can have a great career. That's what the best I can in the system I was in. So we all going to make sacrifices. There's usually only 1 or 2 guys in the team who do it right, but when you win, it's like you have that forever, whether it's in high school level, college, or pro, there's nothing trust me. I mean, it has to be right. You got to win your Shaq and you Wade. I know those guys are still tight. And that's a lifelong bond. So when you're in the moment, you're like, man, I know I can do this, coach, and I can do this and that. Just remember, right, I got to sacrifice for the team, and it's all worth it when you have a chance to do it. That's what makes it worth it. But that doesn't, don't let that prevent you working on the game. Always work on the game, your shot, your ability to pass.
My name is King Johnson. I'm from LeBron High School. So like during the off season, like what do you eat and stuff like that? Like, how do you work out during the off season?
Good question, bro. Not your age. I can't do anything now. Jack in Boston. I got a chef that's really expensive because when you get older, like it's making yourself as beautiful. You got to put that 91 feeling. That really matters. Like, how you feel in the mornings, how you wake up in the mornings, that's everything. Drink as much water as you can, it's always good to stay hydrated, stretch. Like, it's funny, when I look at y'all, you might want to be managed to get like this. I got to get 30, 40 in the morning so I can get in the court. But as you get older, you feel like all the miles accumulate, it's like a lot of wear and tear. So for me, I got to have a chef because I'm the best cook, so I know cook the healthy foods, so I gotta eat right, gotta eat clean, and but you can also do that by like going to the supermarket and just get smart with the vibe, and you can be quick about it, but it's so important to get your sleep, eat right, and hydrate, and you feel better on the court. It's not a better feeling than feeling like you're bouncing up, feel right out here, and never get tired, and it's so important to go, especially with the college. It all ties in, it's like, you really don't get any time off. You gotta get your right seat, you gotta stretch, you gotta get that nutrition work. So I was like, you just practice and have this done because it's good for the next level or you
What do you do to contribute to the team efforts?
It's a really good question. I try to tell you like yourself, never let your defense on your offense affect the defense, you get so lost in today's age, how important it is to be able to guard, how, I mean,
couldn't make a shot, couldn't make a jump, but they were in the league because they were so good defensively. And still to this day, those guys like that. So when you're not having a great, like, shooting the field always, you got to like only pass on defense, rebound, attack the glass. I'm trying to push the fast break. I'm going to try to dive and lose ball. And there's so many things you can do that won't be charged with the ball. So take charge, help a teammate up, throw it out, the pass, get a steal and pass and get a rebound. So scoring is just one small part of basketball. When I try to pride myself on playing on both sides of the ball, and all the best players that ever play, whether it's Kobe, Messi, Mike, they all were great players. And that gets lost in today's game because people get so enamored with, oh, you have just 30 and 10. This and that, but he's a cone on defense. You don't want to be a liability in that sense, so on that side of the ball. So if you're not shooting the ball, just remember, like, I'm going to rock back. Hold up, I'll make it up for them to try to get it. So that's what I'll tell you.
My name is EJ Burton. I'm from Crossroads High School. My question was, both of you guys have had hardships during your career, whether it's injuries or whatever, and you guys have both had very successful careers, so what keeps you guys going and motivated and pushes you guys through to keep going?
Good question. For me, the love and the passion and the enjoyment of the game brings. I think for me, every time I step up here on the court, run through the tunnel, I still get the same feeling when I see the fans in the crowd. It's that joy, that drive of me being a kid, having that imagination, shooting a fadeaway, falling on the bed thinking I was Michael Jordan. I still have that same feeling and that same, imagination of, having those moments of hitting a big shot here in the crowd, making a big free throw. It gives me a different feeling that nothing else gives me. And as long as I have that feeling, it makes everything I go through within this game worth it.
Yeah, just like DeMar said, I love the game. There's that fear aspect, like, dang, you do have to end up like a group, but playing basketball is my source of joy and my passion since I was 14. But I'm not that scared, but just like, it's taking up so much more time every day, especially as you get further in your career. It takes that much more time and effort to be great. Even just being able to exercise for a living too, like you see when you all get older, you see like your friends have their real jobs, but they go to other industries, like they got to go 9 to 5s, and then they got to go to the gym, but you go to the gym and do what you love. So that's what keeps me going, just that passion for basketball and the ability to inspire young athletes, men and women, and just have fun. That is such a fun job that you get to silence the crowd, you get to inspire people, and you get to see what you really made of when things are going your way. And that's what keeps me going, is just a chance to still do that, especially, like DeMar said, you get further in your career, a lot of your classmates came in with all on that other side already, and you realize how special it is to do this with them. It doesn't matter forever. We're not musicians or actors. We can do it to the 60s. We got a small window to be great. It's just such an amazing feeling when you do get to perform in front of millions of people. If you're all over the world, and that's the beauty of basketball, it's over now. So you can't really don't get discouraged. Just keep going.
That's a good one. I know that's obvious. My hobbies, I have 5 kids. So my hobbies, yesterday I was at Disneyland all day doing whatever the kids want to do. So I'm big on just being a dad. That's something that just brings me with joy and excitement. Just hanging with my kids, doing whatever they want to do. Learning new things from them, experience new experiences with my kids, and they kind of take up much of my time when it comes to that. So, but other for just being a dad as much as I can when I'm not in the gym. I aspire to have a big family like mom and dad on the way, but maybe a couple of years. For me, I got hurt. Luckily enough, I discovered boating, so I got to go and I'd be out on the water a lot, going fishing and just chilling. It's funny too because for athletes, everything you like to do even outside of sport gets competitive, whether it's play chess, dominoes, cards, golf. Can't get away from that competitive aspect, but I would recommend all the lifestyle that like kind of sparks that creative side of me. I really wish I kept playing an instrument. My parents tried to force me, I just thought it was funny when I was a kid, but when you become an adult, it's really cool to be able to play a guitar or a piano or something, make a beat, that just unlocks a part of your brain that you might not get into as much. So I like to read too. I mean, knowledge is power, so I never stop learning. And even writing too, it feels good to write. It feels good to journal. I wish I did earlier in my career. It feels good to get your thoughts on paper. It's like a decompress. And we always work out our bodies as much as we can, but yeah, don't forget to always continue to grow, intellect, and learn about new subjects, learn the language. Because the stuff's so boring when you're in high school, like when you become an adult, you can't be bilingual, it goes to that. So I just try to learn as much as you can. And it'll take your mind out of basketball too, and, especially with hardship. So yeah, I got time on to just keep it up, like lightly, doing some things, and it's like.
Could you please tell me for the American young generation what they can learn from top FIBA world teams? Yeah? How they can change the game, so what knowledge they can use from top FIBA teams? Thank you.
I think me and Klay kind of speak on that firsthand. When we played in FIBA, the knowledge, the attention to detail, the physicality, the experience that FIBA basketball had, just from the fundamental standpoint of the game, is so incredible. And you can see it now with international play of talent that we have in the NBA. You know, they learn the game in so much detail that, you know, the IQ, to me, how basketball should be taught is the blueprint. If you pay attention to FIBA basketball, you know, it's part of the game that I wish we established here more than anything. It's just we have a lot of talent in America, but the way they teach the game and the fundamentals of the game from FIBA basketball is what sets it apart. You know, you can see in the Olympics. We won with much more talent, but you can see the IQ and knowledge of the game that those guys have in FIBA basketball.
Yeah, DeMar's right. The amount of talent on the Team USA team will never be matched. But I'm sure if everybody watched the Olympics, it was fun because, like in the NBA, you can't take 3 or 4 steps to get your spot. It's officiated differently. It's much more physical, like DeMar said. Like there's 2 big men on the block most of the time, and it's really physical. And the team is so much more important. Like the NBA, it's a lot of individuals, which is great. I mean, there's a lot of style, there's a lot of the grammar. And when you get to the Olympic play, the game is much tighter. Like there's not as much movement there. There's not as many swings. It's crazy physical. They don't call half the thoughts they really need to do, which is refreshing because you go up there and watch the great physicality, and it's just showing the numbers. Like you're not going to see guys go for 40, 50 every night. You're not going to go for 20 and 10. That's an amazing game for you because it's games intense. It's predicated over ball movement or playing this kid basketball. That's why I hate to say that the world is catching up to us. It's expected to be basketball so low. Caleb Wilson from Baltimore. What is your like off season? What do you love doing like every day?
Anyways, I think for me, this last week, my life is there. Before that, I was going probably 3 times a day. In the morning, I had to get up 4, lift 5, basketball at 8, go back to the gym at night, go basketball again. So that's kind of my normal routine.
Man, that's some Kobe stuff. I ain't doing it before. That's crazy. Try and play. Pick up at least 3-4 times a week. Get shots up. I'm in the gym 6 days a week. I take one day off. You gotta get your lifting too. All that regular stuff you don't want to do is the most important. You don't want to push it, you don't want to lift. That's what gets you over the top. Like basketball, like taking shots up, that should be like the chili on top. Moving from 117 and all these other backs, that's the most important. Being that, it's part of your shit. And when you see the rest on, it's going to feel like a big part. It's easy, so that's a lot of things like, stuff like that, all we do with the standings, calf raises, that's really the most important. So, yeah, it's that make women strong and it's such a challenge. But you stick with it, and you love the routine. It's important to play a lot, obviously, because it's a big class, so but get your shots up, but like I said, the conditioning is great at the
My name is Caleb Brown, 14, I live in high school. My question is, you guys coming up, you guys try to do it?
I try to do it. I mean, my goal is Kobe. So everything I try to do is Kobe. Everything I watch is Kobe. Kobe was my everything.
I can have a jump like DeMar Kobe, so that was why I reached home. So me, I love watching that. Reality invasion, the way they come on screens, the way they cut off the ball. Instead, I can watch Reggie with shot making, game shot making clips all day. Like Reggie, he never wanted to chip, but he wasn't afraid to take the last shot and miss. He would do it every time. That takes a really special competitor, like to be able to take that on a team like that. Really was really good. And that's why I have so much respect for him. He played very smooth as far as catch and shoot, playing off the ball, not doing a lot. So I really try to emulate Reggie that he's going to I can never try to he's got the up here with like 10 years old. He's doing that, you know. The same with Kobe. Kobe might get fly. I was like, I can jump and stuff like that. So eventually, everybody, getting my ball, try to get there.
Good job, man. Last question I would have, man. Why do you do this for LA basketball? And what does LA basketball mean to you, and how much do you want to give back to the community?
For me, I do it because y'all might not know this is another level. I remember being young, like really young. I was probably 8, 9 years old. And I remember Derek Martin came to you remember? See, look, I swear I didn't even know he was here. Look, I can't bring this up. I didn't even know he was here. He came to my grandfather's house. Remember this? Yep. I was a kid. And the media hit everything. Like, that's crazy to me. I swear I didn't know he was here. He came to my grandfather's house and all I knew was like he was in the NBA. And that was the only hope and like inspiration I needed to feel like it was possible. Like, you know, that's the NBA player. So I always held on to that feeling like if anybody viewed me in that type of light, any type of way, while I come around, you never know what to do for a person. So I always held on to that sentiment whenever I made it. You know, before they tore my high school down, you know, every summer I used to go there and work out at my high school just so all the kids could come see me work out every year. You know, and to me that was just like that's the inspiration that they need to push through or to leave school that day and have the motivation to you know work on something that much more than they see me. Like Like, I'm gonna do it as much as I can. So that's a big reason why I come around, and as much as I can, I be around, see whatever I can do to help, because you never know how it can affect or inspire somebody. It's great to be here. Actually, my dad was amazing when I moved down here when I was 14. My first taste of LA food was that birthday baby on my Sundays. It was like nothing I'd ever seen before. Like kids out here, parents fighting in the stands, kids cussing each other out. It was crazy. Then I played with guys like DeMar and Holiday and Brandon Jennings. So many great players. I was never on that level, but I always liked them to be there. And to do that at a young age, like, man, I gotta get better, I gotta keep working at this. It was so great. And just to see all the great teams, you know, like Westchester, Neiman, Fairfax, there's so many great teams to go watch. I go watch them. We play at the so impressed. You do these young men in the NBA. That's all I need to see. And it was just amazing to be out here and play some more high school, play against some Anderson brothers, every college that was Pac-10 level play already. After 10 4 season, playing out of the room, decided last end. I still look back at the memories. I'm still friends with high school team. That was that much fun. It's cherished time that I've got right now because it's not like that I feel like a game and high school basketball and trying to make it through school, trying to pressure off it. That's what's most fun is this. I'm exhausted on basketball. It's really like this culture of LA is moves to incredible. It's really, it's global at this point to see how many great players are all in the world once area. And to take what these guys say was take it hard because it was one destiny. And I hope it will. I've been through it all. I've been seen down the top. I've been through the injuries, but I won't change a thing because it builds your character. And these life lessons that you might not learn from the course of reading school. These experiences are no pleasure. So you may get discouraged and be emotional, but remember, like, keep at it. Stay present. And I also here, I can't wait for the college. I can't wait to have a chance to be able to try to just be as present as possible because the college is some of the best time in your life.
Let's give it up.
Make sure you like, comment below, subscribe, and don't forget to follow Quick 11 Hoops.